Hello everyone, welcome to my Instagram live once again. It's a very sunny afternoon here, but it's not so sunny in Chennai. But because India lost the match against England in the first test match by 228 runs, and it's a huge defeat in the circumstances where India just defeated the mighty Australians in their home soil but failed to even a great home series, what would have been the great home series, but Indian cricket team failed to win the first test match, and it's very disappointing for every Indian cricket fan. It's Virat Kohli's fourth loss in a row. In the last three matches we played under him in the captaincy, because Ajinkya Rahane has captained the last few test matches in Australia, and Virat Kohli back again in this time, and we again lost under his captaincy. But if we consider these test matches, I want to specially point out some crucial points about the team selection, where I think Kuldeep Jadhav should have played this test match instead of Nadim, and we have seen that Nadim did not have a great test match in this, and Kuldeep should have played, because for the last 2 years he has been traveling with Indian cricket team but not having great chances during this whole period. And if we remember, Kuldeep Jadhav personally, in where he was also in KKR, did not played enough match in IPL. He was in Australia, did not get a chance in the whole test series, and not even this Chennai dry wickets. Then where he will going to play? And if you think that Nadim and Ashwin in the first innings did not have much to do, because the first 2 days the Chennai pitch was a batting paradise, and England played with their captain played a heroics of 200, and Ben Stokes and all other young players have contributed to their innings. One more thing I would have to add about Indian batsmanship, that Ajinkya Rahane, who has scored a great century in Melbourne, but if we consider his career for the last 2-3 years, he has been not a great form in test matches. I think in New Zealand he hardly scored runs. Before that, in home series he just has a century against Bangladesh. Even in the South Africa home series he did not score runs. No, not in the New Zealand series. Apart from the Melbourne test century, Ajinkya Rahane did not score anything in Australia. Today, where he should have scored as a senior member, or whereas his captain also playing well, and if we know at old ball Jimmy Anderson can do reverse swing, the foot goes so much across, it's very hard to understand an experienced player like Ajinkya Rahane, who have played his maximum cricket in Indian pitches, cannot survive against Jimmy Anderson in the and if we consider the Jimmy Anderson spell, the Jimmy Anderson have not been a great record in subcontinent, but in this test match he actually proved again that why he is all-time great fast bowler all over the world. Even if we consider Rohit Sharma as a test of opener, I think India will be in another search of an opener after this test series, because I think white ball opener and red ball opener is completely different thing. And if we think as Rohit Sharma as a test opener, I think it is not fair for Indian cricket, where Mayank Agarwal who has been a great form for the last 2-3 years, two test match failures in Australia, can't decide a player. So I think Mayank Agarwal, we will see Mayank Agarwal and Shubman Gill as a permanent test openers for the next few years. If not, Rohit Sharma played some great knocks in the upcoming 3 test matches. What I think it is very difficult for Rohit Sharma because he is not a test opener. He has hardly opened for Mumbai Ranji team in red balls. And in white ball cricket, you can adjust the swing, the pace. But in red ball, if we see the Jofra Archer, even in this Chennai pitch, he edged a ball in Jofra Archer in the first innings and got out. The main problem of this in this stage was the experienced players like Ajinkya Rahane, Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli in the first innings have failed to perform. Whether in English in team, if we see the experienced players like Joe Root, Ben Stokes, Jimmy Anderson have contributed so much for their team. On the other hand, the younger Indian players like Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant have contributed, but not as a unit. And by far, it is one of the worst performance in the fourth innings of an Indian cricket team. But I did not see any intent, whether they want to chase the target or whether they want to draw the game. In this morning, I did not see any intent from any Indian batsman to play sensibly. Even though some of the wickets were even though are not so lucky for us. In the first inning, Cheteshwar Pujara got out, was not so lucky. So Indian team management have to rethink about the team selection and the intent they're showing on the ground. I think Shahbaz Nadim's test career has stopped. Kuldeep Yadav must be in the second test match, which is from the 13th, just 3 to 4 days away. And in the third test match, which is the day-night encounter in Ahmedabad, England will be always favourite because they will be in 3 seamers, that is James Anderson, Stuart Broad and Jofra Archer. If we can get back Shami in the third test match, that will be much equal. But in the batting, the concern for me is the batting. Whether in the home soil we are not playing as an Indian batsman, because in the first innings Dominic Bees has taken 4 wickets, and in the second innings the ordinary spinner like Leach also taken 4 wickets. So it is not expected from Indian batsmen to get out in spinning tracks against the spinning bowlers. And it can understandable James Anderson, he has a world class act, and his reverse swing in today's morning was so special. The ball he got out Shubman Gill, because Gill was playing so beautifully and timing the ball and he scored the 15 very elegantly. But the in swing, if you closely see Shubman Gill's bat and pad, there is a much gap between them. So it is not that Shubman Gill I am worried about, because he will gradually evolve as a cricketer. But I think India should much corner about their other batsman performance, and in the spinning department, Kuldeep Yadav must be added if we want to win the second test match. Thank you everyone.